And it was after this that David inquired of the Lord, saying, Shall I go up into one of the cities of Judah? And the Lord said to him, Go up, said David. Where shall I go? And he said, To Hebron. And David went up there, and also his two wives, Ahinoam the Jezreelitess, and Abigail the wife of Nabal the Carmelite. And his men who were with him David brought up, each man in his household, and they dwelt in the cities of Hebron. The men of Judah came, and they anointed David as king over the house of Judah. And they told David, saying that the men of Jabesh-Gilead buried Saul. David sent messengers to the men of Jabesh-Gilead and said to them, Blessed be you to the Lord, that you have performed this kindness with your Lord, with Saul, and that you buried him. And now may the Lord do with you kindness and truth. And also I shall requite you this kindness, that you have done this thing. And now let your hands be strong and be valiant, for your master Saul is dead, and also the house of Judah have anointed me as king over them. And Abner the son of Ner, the general of Saul's army, took Ishbosheth, Saul's son, and brought him over to Mahanaim, and he made him king over Gilead, and over the Asherites, and over Jezreel, and over Ephraim, and over Benjamin, and all Israel. Ishbosheth, Saul's son, was 40 years old when he became king over Israel, and he reigned 2 years. But the house of Judah were after David. And the length of time which David was king in Hebron over the house of Judah was 7 years and 6 months. And Abner the son of Ner, and the servants of Ishbosheth the son of Saul, went out of Mahanaim to Gibeon. And Joab the son of Zeruiah and David's servants went out and met together by the pool of Gibeon, and they sat down, these on one side of the pool, and these on the other side of the pool. And Abner said to Joab, Let the boys get up now and play before us. And Joab said, Let them get up. And they got up and passed in number 12 of Benjamin of Ishbosheth, and 12 of David's servants. And each one took hold of his fellow's head, and his sword was thrust in his fellow's side, and they fell together. And he called that place the territory of those slain by the sharp swords, which is in Gibeon. And the battle was very sore on that day, and Abner and the men of Israel were beaten before David's servants. The 3 sons of Zeruiah were there, Joab, and Abishai, and Asahel. And Asahel was as light of foot as one of the deer which are in the field. And Ishmael pursued Abner, and did not turn to go to the right or to the left from after Abner. And Abner turned around and said, Is that you, Asahel? And he said, It is I. Abner said to him, Turn you aside to your right or to your left, and take hold of one of the boys, and take to yourself his clothing. But Asahel did not want to turn aside from following him. And Abner continued to say to Asahel, Turn aside from following me. Why shall I strike you to the ground? And how will I hold up my face to Joab your brother? And he refused to turn aside, and Abner struck him with the back end of the spear under the 5th rib, and the spear came out from behind him, and he fell there and died in his place. And it was that everyone who came to the place where Asahel had fallen and died stood still. And Joab and Abishai pursued Abner, and the sun set when they came to the hill of Ammah, which is before Giah, by the way of the desert of Gibeon. And the sons of Benjamin gathered after Abner and became one band, and they stood on top of one hill. And Abner called Joab and said, Will the sword forever consume? Did you not know that it would be bitter in the end? Until when will you not say to the people to return from after their brothers? Joab said, As God lives, for had you not spoken, then from the morning the people would have gone away, each one from after his brother. And Joab blew the horn, and all the people stood still and pursued Israel no more. They did not continue to fight. And Abner and his men went through the plain all that night. They crossed the Jordan and went through all the Bithron, and came to Mahanaim. And Joab returned from after Abner and gathered all the people, and there were missing of David's servants 19 men in Asahel. David's servants had slain of Benjamin, and of Abner's men 360 men died. And they carried Asahel and buried him in his father's grave, which is in Bethlehem. And they went all night, Joab and his men, and the light broke upon them in Hebron.